Hi everybody, Zohar of Vayera. Sorry I cannot be the person in 1471 Crest in Los Angeles. I had to go to Miami and launching the children book, which I'm very excited about. So soon this children book will be all over the world, helping people with their confidence, and I hope all of you will read it, or will support it, purchase it, and let me know how the children book is doing. But let's go back to the week portion and to the Zohar. So we know that this week portion has to do with all the concept of the 7 plagues, and next week portion we're going to talk about the 3 plagues, which in Kabbalah it means that everything is divided to 7 and 3 or 10, and we know that the 7 has to do with the physicality, where the 3 has to do with the metaphysical. Now what does that mean when it's come to the plagues? Meaning this week we can take care of issue that has to do with the body. Next week we can take care of issue that has to do with the soul. Now plagues mean that we would like to remove anything that might be unhealthy for the body. Now, how do we do that? What do we need to do? So let's learn something from the Zohar this week, Parasha. And what the Zohar is telling us. The Zohar is telling us that there is an amazing message. When Moses and Aaron are coming to talk to the Israelite in Egypt, as the Israelites have been slave, not necessarily slave to the physical thing, as the Ari explained, the Zohar explained, they become slave to the comfort. They become slave to the laziness of Egypt, and because of that, things start to fall apart. So now Moses and Aaron came as basically a leader to tell them what they need to change. The Zohar explained that God specifically told them 2 things to Moses and Aaron in the Zohar not to do. The first thing is telling them don't be too tough on them. Even you're supposed to motivate them and get them out of the negativity. Lesson 1, when you are about to help someone to get to a better place, even if you think you're giving them something, even if you think you're helping them, even if you think you're supporting them spiritually, it's not enough. Not enough. Just because of that to speak as you wish. You're going to make sure that that person that you talk to will make it. That person that you talk to will find the journey, the path to spirituality. And many times, I find myself, many spiritual people find themselves, husband, wife, children, find themselves talking to people as they wish. We can't do that. We can't do that just because our message is right to talk to people as we feel like. Yes, we got a message to help people, or as the Blues Brothers will say, we're on a mission from God. Just because we're on a mission from God, just because we have a message that we have to give to the people, we can't say it just the way we wish to say it. That's what the first lesson from this week, Zohar. Second lesson, God is telling Moses and Aaron, as the Zohar been mentioned, and it's written that right after they talk about the Israelite, they talk about who are the Israelite parents will be. Who is the head of those people who are slaves? Why is that? The Zohar asks, why is it so important to remind Moses and Aaron, being such a spiritual leader, who are the grandparents of those slaves? Very simple, my dear friend. When we talk to people, many times we look at them as they are. God, in this Zohar, this week portion, God is telling us, listen, when you talk to the waiters, when you talk to somebody who serves you, When you talk to somebody who clean your house, when you talk to somebody who is happened to be this lifetime in this moment, maybe serving you, you're not serving them. Don't forget who are their parents. Don't forget who are their grandparents. Don't forget the generation where they're coming from. Everybody has a parents. Everybody has a grandparents. Everybody have a dynasty of who they are. Sometimes, after many, many years, many generations, many reincarnation, person will fall, not going to make it. It doesn't mean that we should forget where they come from. So God is telling Moses and Aaron in this week's Zohar, if you can respect them just because they're slave, and you have a message from God, try to imagine yourself doing it, guys. You, me, are Moses and Aaron. We're in a good place. We had a great talk with God. We are there to save those slaves. God say, no. Remember, those people that you're going to save, those people that you want to help, are people that came from a place which is a very, very powerful place. So treat them like they are above you. Many times people come to see me and they tell me, Eliyahu, I want to help my husband. Eliyahu, I would like to help my wife. Eliyahu, I would like to help my kids. Before you help them, make sure that you do what God recommends in this week's Zohar to do, to understand. Yes, you speak in the name of God. Yes, you have the right message. Yes, you want only to do good to the people you're talking to. All of those things is the truth. But it doesn't give me the right to disrespect or to forget who am I talking to. And I hope those two little things will put us in a better place, all of us, include myself. Many times I catch myself saying the right thing to people, but not with the right direction. Those of you who know me know that sometimes I can be what I call too honest or too direct. But it doesn't give me the right to be too honest or too direct if I'm not truly seeing the soul that's standing in front of me. That's what I learned for me in this week's Zohar. And I hope for myself and for everybody that will change me, to start looking at people in a different way so I can see who really they are. Because all of us as the parents, all of us have grandparents, all of us have people that go all the way to Mount Sinai. Don't forget who you are. And I'm not saying you require the respect that people need to give you. That's of course you require the respect. But we also need to learn to respect others so we can make ourselves connecting more to the divine, more to the Creator. I don't want to make it too long, but I would like also to share a story that I share in on dinner on Shabbat. You know, every Shabbat we have dinner in my home, and this Friday, of course, those of you know, those of you who live in LA, we have the Rosh Chodesh on Friday night. Together with dinner, I'm going to give a specific lecture how to behave in the month of Aquarius. But we need to remember that it's all about the desire, it's all about transformation. That's why we call our organization Vital Transformation, or Vital, after the name of Rabbi Chaim Vital, Transformation, where we teach mystical stuff, Kabbalah, Zohar, Mishnah, everything. Because we would like to train the people to become teachers so they can guide others. We don't want to make the people depend on us, and that create a codependency relationship. We gotta change the world, my friend. It's not about changing you or me. It's about there is out there so many people who still in slavery of Egypt. Okay, I didn't forget about the story. The story goes like this. A name by Rabbi Eliezer ben Orkulus, born to a father who was super rich. His father gave him a piece of land. The piece of land was not that great, that beautiful. Couldn't do nothing with it. The father find his son cry. Says, son, why are you crying? Is it because I give you that piece of land you cannot do nothing with it? Let me give you another piece of land. The son keep crying. The father say, why are you crying? And the son say, Father, I want to study Kabbalah. I want to study Zohar. I want to teach. The father look at the son, says, son, you don't just study or teach. You need to find a way to make money. You can have a wife, have children. Then one day, when you have enough money, you can study. The father left. The son kept crying, desiring to study spirituality, desire to have a teacher. As the son crying to have a teacher, Elisha the prophet, Eliyahu Navi, revealed to him. And Eliyahu Navi see him crying and said, why are you crying? He said, because of money. He said, no, it's not because of money. He said, I want to study. I really want to study. I want to teach Kabbalah. I want to study Kabbalah. I want to teach Zohar. I want to study Zohar. I want to study Torah. I want to teach Torah. Elisha the prophet said to him, then go to Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, who happened to be in Jerusalem. That rabbi will teach you. He go to Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai and cry to him. Always he cry. Look how much desire. Rabbi Yochanan said, why are you crying? He said, I want to study so much. He said, let me teach you. Every day I will teach you two things. Two things every day. Not a lot, right? So much. Can you imagine if we study two things every day? 365 days times 2. That's good. That's not bad. So he teach him. And as he's teaching him, Rabbi Eliezer ben Okus became one of the greatest tzaddikim of all time. His father came to Jerusalem to meet him and realized that he gave birth to one of the greatest souls ever came to this world. The lesson we learned from us on this week, we need to increase our desire for spirituality. But it's not how people look at you and what people say about you. Forget about that. It's the connection between us and the divine, us and the Creator. And the connection has to be developed based on love, based on unconditional love toward the Creator. How do we get there? Every time we do spiritual things, say, Master of the world, I want to get one benefit from my action, to be connecting to the love, the Creator, the divine. I'm sorry to make it short this time, and I'm sorry I cannot give the lecture this week on Tuesday and Thursday in our place in Los Angeles. But remember, Friday night, we have Rosh Chodesh Connection, or Rosh Chodesh Bonding. That's the real name. Kashrut Bonding. Rosh Chodesh Bonding with Friday night dinner. Please let us know that you come. It is for free. Just we need to know if you come, because if you come, we need to arrange more food for you, more plate and everything like that. In the meantime, I'm going to go and talk to people about my children's book here in Miami, and I hope you look into it and you let me know what you thought are, so we can spread that message. Thank you so much. Love you. And let's make it different. Thank you.